Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Random Review Series. Yes, you heard that right. DBougie86 here again. And as you know, I haven't done a review on my channel in a long time. It's that time again to start getting back into doing reviews on the channel, guys. And this one, I wanted to review because I just got it in the mail yesterday. And it's a film that I read about an article about Korean horror films that you might not have heard of, and this is one I didn't hear about. And I got in contact with a guy that I knew, and he showed me where I could get a copy. And that, of course, is titled White, the Melody of the Curse, also known as White, the Melody of Death, or just White. It goes by all three of those titles. And if you can tell, this DVD actually comes from Korea. Yes, I'll get more into that in a minute. Pretty much White is the tale of this K-pop female group that's very struggling. They are struggling to get up to the high hopes of pop art, stardom. And it's involves the four main girls of the group, Junri, Kingji, Shinye, and Eunju, who's are kind of like our main girl of this group. Eunjin is like the oldest and also is kind of like the outcast of this group because all the other girls are younger than her. And one day, once they find this new studio that they are moving into, Eunju actually finds this closet full of videotapes, and one of the videotapes is titled White. And they play this, and we find out that White is this kind of like lost like K-pop song that was never recorded, never released. So what they decided to do is make the song their own and release it. And they perform the song live, and they reach superstardom like overnight. It's like crazy how super fast this song becomes popular. But what ends up happening is they end up having like scheming things going to try to become like the lead singer of the song and the lead singer of this album, pretty much. And what ends up happening is what turns out to be like kind of like spiteful, like bickering and fighting with each other, ends up not being the case. What ends up happening is we find out as this film progresses, this song was actually cursed. It's a curse song. The original person who wrote it has cursed it, and this person's vengeful spirit has come back to seek revenge on whoever plays this song and performs it, pretty much. That is pretty much the gist of this movie. Now, my thoughts on it. For a movie about a K-pop female singing group, I shouldn't have liked this movie as much as I did. This movie is highly engrossing. I really enjoyed the characters within it because of their skibbling. As after they hit superstardom, they start to squiggle and fight. They had a little tension beforehand with certain aspects of that, but it's like gone up like 9,000 times than it usually was. You know what I mean? Like all the girls in this movie are fucking fantastic because they play those characters to a T. And I like the little traits of like certain aspects of the girls, like Jin-Yi, I believe, is the one who's obsessed with like cosmetic surgery, and the other one is involved with like she's very worried about her voice being high pitched, and they build like some of the supernatural shit off shit that they're like obsessed with or afraid of, pretty much, which is a fucking cool idea. And just the whole concept of like a cursed song, you know what I mean? If you perform the song, you're cursed and the vengeful spirit will come back to you. Really kind of different for like a J-horror / K-horror type film. I know this one's more K-horror, but it has a very like J-horror aspect of if you're even involved like in anything to do with the song, you're fucked, pretty much. Yeah, super fun to, like for K-pop, I haven't really listened to a lot of it. I kind of dug it, like these songs in general, they're like, not in English, of course, but I kind of dug like the aspects of them because it's kind of like our pop here, but just done in a different language, kind of. So yeah, with that aspect, and like the whole idea of like Unju being like becoming what she does in the film, it kind of has like a Starry Eyes feel to it because she's actually trying to solve like the mystery of what happened and who created the song, so they could maybe try to stop this like vengeful spirit before it's too late. And she kind of goes into like a Starry Eyes route, which I didn't actually see coming with this one, and it kind of threw me for a loop. You know what I mean? In a good way though, because I wasn't expecting it in this type of movie. And I liked how her character changed because she's the very civil one because she's the oldest. She doesn't really want to be like famous or anything. But then when she gets down into the rabbit hole of all things, then it happens. You know what I mean? It like hits her, and then she becomes like this. You see her like ego change as the film progresses, which I fucking love. You know what I mean? I love like aspects of that. And it's beautifully shot. The cinematography is great, like especially during like the live performance scenes and shit. Really top notch shit. If you haven't seen White, Melody of the Curse, or Melody of the Deaf, it goes by either title. I recommend this. If I had to rate it, a solid 9 out of 10. I fucking loved it. One thing I have to say about like this release. Really cool release, but unfortunately it's all in Korean, but it does come with English subs, which is a plus. Region 3, unfortunately, so if you have a Region 3 player, this is probably your best bet to play this because this doesn't have a US release, which sucks, this is like def one that I want to see, like maybe like a company like Arrow or like somebody like, or anybody, Artsploitation, or any of those companies that we all love, pick up and release in the States in a nice edition. Because, as an Asian horror fan, I want these to be seen by more of my audience, you know what I mean? Especially like the aspect of people that purchase DVDs like the Tartan Asian Extreme line or like Arrow Video or like any of those companies, even IFC, this is perfect, like melodramatic movie for them to release. And it's fucking upscale and beautiful at the same time. Really great colors in this one. So 9 out of 10 for White, Melody of the Curse. I say try to find it. I don't know if there's any other releases that are English friendly besides this one, which I was shocked that like a lot of like the Korean DVDs that I have are English. They had come with English subs, you know what I mean? So that is a plus. So if there's a film that gets out of print or something like that, I know where to go to, you know what I mean? So yeah, I highly recommend this. If you haven't seen it, try to seek it out. All right, guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back soon with another one for you guys. I'll see you then. Peace out.